last stocks on green team, right? And the other times there was a much more substantial lead.
So pretty much.
It did play out better for them. And I mean, I know you were saying that his like punishes and extended strings and stuff weren't quite on as point as you'd expect to see from a ZSS. I think part of the difference here is in a doubles format, it doesn't really have to, right? You don't really find yourself in the position to have extended combos in doubles because the partner's going to be right there to disrupt you. So he doesn't need that. He just needs the neutral and he needs the recovery. That's not as exploitable. So I can see that playing out.
I can see how like it would work out all right maybe for some follow-ups, especially escaping the air and offstage pressure that Chic Ness creates. The only thing I don't like is just, I think there's a reason that Nairo often doesn't go ZSS in doubles. And that's because the way the character is designed, she's one of the few characters that really has like an optimized 1v1 toolkit. You know, her down smash, the way that her Zaren grab work, they're very much not designed to have a third party around when you're throwing these moves out and kind of dancing around. She's got fast moves, like fast, long, safe moves, but she doesn't have like aerials like Mario where she can just kind of throw anything out at any direction at any time, which is what makes for really simple, you know, follow-ups. So I think that she definitely has the tools to stay in the game, but she's kind of an unorthodox doubles character, and I'm not really sure that they're going to be able to get the same kind of synergy and coverage together that they can with two straightforward characters like Mario and Fox. But I mean...
That being said, they are holding the stage very well. They have percent lead on Shaky. And never mind.
That was... Xzax hadn't really like done a move on anyone for like 30 seconds there. He's kind of just dancing around keeping it safe, and we see why. All it takes is that singular grab from Shaky to seal out the stock. And at 146, Shaky's not going to try and get involved in too much over here himself.
Yeah, just opting to stay near the ledge, tossing out PK fires, actually sniping Trevonte with one.
So frustrating playing with Shaky sometimes.
Like you were saying, his muscle memory sometimes just takes over, man.
Oh, and the Mario back throw, very, very difficult to challenge, is going to go ahead and take Shaky stock. 150% though, he can't be too upset about getting thrown there.
That stock was ripe.
Getting caped by Rice and naring in the reverse direction, but still managed to land on stage. Shaky's got a really good awareness of Ness's floatiness and his ability to land either at the ledge or back on stage, despite the fact that he's drifting like really close to it. It looks like he's not going to catch. That's why it's so frustrating sometimes when he'll you know, get near the ledge and PK Thunder onto it.
Yeah.
Basically, because he looks like he's going to fall. And same thing, if you ever try to cape a Ness, a lot of the time, a Ness or a Lucas, what you'll find is you'll cape them, and they float so well that they still can drift back into the magnet hands despite facing the other way. Rice charging that up smash from across the stage, and Shaky rushing to get a piece of it. Okay, Trevonte able to find the punish on the back air this time. Not gonna fall to the hit.
Yeah, power shield the back throw and then gets the F tilt instead.
Yeah, really smart stuff. If you power shield the first hit of Mario's back throw, then the rest of the hits can't do anything to you. Ooh, similar to I believe Link's up B, but not to Link's. Random spinning move fact. And Shaky just holding center stage in charge.
Okay, that is the correct punish, but that was still not enough to kill.
See, he knew that the F smash wouldn't kill. You know, he calculated it and he said, if I get it, it'll be a stock. If I don't, I got rage. He's good to go.
It's that top player level of calculation where you'll see them toss out things that like look like the sort of scrubby for glorious. I was like, why are you just doing these random smashes? Like, well, I know I'm not gonna die.
Ooh, Trevonte actually almost saved. He almost saved Xzax right there. Xzax was dead, and Trevonte hit him back to the stage, allowing him to attack. But
and then afterwards, spiking Shaky and himself.
That comment, you know, he knew it was finally gonna be over. But I mean, you know, it's like you're saying. I think Xzax. So here's the thing about the Zero Suit in this matchup right now. I think Xzax as Zero Suit is doing a better job of avoiding some of the punish nonsense. You know, he gets out of these combos easier. He's able to get back to the stage a little more reliably. But I think that the trade-off is that he's not able to be in a lot of the positions that he wants to be. You know, especially Rice is a very aggressive player.
Yeah.
Honestly, all four of these guys are some of the few players I would honestly characterize in this game as aggressive. In that they're confident enough in their spacing and their game knowledge to play fast and around your shield without having to retreat and reset neutral every time. They're confident enough to just keep going in the right way. And I think that a struggle for Xzax may be that he can't...
Okay, going for the 2-frame immediately afterwards.
That ZSS just couldn't, you know, she can't play in the same aggressive way. She can put out a lot of moves, but she's kind of dancing around and can't just keep throwing things out exactly where you need them to be in the way that Mario or Fox can. And right now we see Shaky just kind of PK2 at him, but it didn't work. He gets grabbed, the grab gets broken, and it works out. And that's the beauty of Dub, where PK Thunder 2 is actually safe if there's a Sheik who can save you from the other side.
He just wants a stock take and someone to poke the opponent. Ooh, there we go. And
Trevonte trying to find a cheeky little needle there, perhaps giving Shaky knockback into the stage into a tech.
A needle of life, a vaccination, if you will.
We'll bring him back. He needs healing.
But I do like, in theory, the double Mario pick, especially because I know Xzax, Mario is essentially a secondary, right? The character he has like the second most amount of time put in.
Yeah. I think he started the game with Robin, then switched to Fox and Mario around, I believe, around the same time he started playing them, and used to be a dual main. More recently, he hasn't really played Mario. I think he still plays it when he's drunk, because he says it's easier than Fox.
Well, that doesn't tell you things about Mario. I don't know what does.
It's definitely a character that he's comfortable with, and I think does pretty well in both the Sheik and the Ness matchup. As we talked about before, Trevonte hates dealing with Mario. Now he's got two of them, and we could see exactly why. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Mario definitely fits the playstyle though that they're trying to play. That quick aggression, always finding a hitbox to sort of solve the problem that you need to.
It's a lot more fluid. Especially because they're both playing the same character.
Yeah.
It allows it at any point any of them can take any position because of that.
Yeah, they can always be anywhere. The flexibility that it offers them really complements, I think, their quickness and awareness as players.
I mean, right now they do have the lead. They are, barely a lead because of Rice is essentially a dead. Yeah. And when I say essentially, I mean he is literally.
And Xzax himself is going to have to be careful because he's also right at that back row level, especially with Shaky's Rage. So right now, the red team does have even stocks. Yeah, it's relatively even. Mario's have a pretty solid ability to close out this stock right here. A good F smash on the Shaky will seal the deal, but he's a very, very difficult person to actually pin down, and especially who's landing to punish.
Yes.
Very, very hard to tell where he's gonna land exactly because he's so good at micro drifting right near the ground.
Oh, and there we go, the beginning of the ping pong, but right there, Xzax there to interrupt it.
Wow. Oh wait, surprised how long Shaky can actually wait and still find the follow-up that Sheik throw. He kind of paused, set up his back air, and then was still able to get it in. And the PK Thunder Inch, Trevonte, of course, ready to shield, but is going to end up losing that stock anyway. So we have a slight stock advantage for the green team right now. If Shaky's able to hold on to this, then the red team's in quite a bit of trouble. They're going to want to close this out as quickly as possible. And of course, Shaky going for the safe option and PK Thunder tuning into the middle of the stage.
That is the safe option in doubles. Like we have to. There's no quotation marks big enough.
Let's not do anything too crazy here.
Yeah.
Okay, so we see Peter and Xzax definitely retreating to the 2v1 situation on Trevonte, not really trying to mess around with Shaky at the ledge there. Not really worth the effort, I think, especially when Trevonte can just kind of bouncing fish your needle in and punish you for your efforts.
Oh man, did you see that casual walk chasing back Trevonte's back roll? He missed the grab on it, but the confidence, the swag.
And that's that been playing with him for a while, kind of awareness. Trevonte definitely.
Oh man, and right now, Shaky getting so much edge guarding right now on Rice.
Oh, Trevonte with a narrow spot dodge past that up smash from Xzax, and this is actually a surprisingly close game. The two Marios are managing to work here. I know that they've done this team before. Like, this isn't the first time they've busted out the double Mario, so it's definitely not familiar. And it seems to be paying dividends in terms of the way that they want to be playing the game. And down throw to down air, you could see Trevonte getting ready to be triggered. But for now, the warning has been taken back in.
I mean, sometimes you just back throw into Ness up air, and
it looks so simple.
I mean, right there.
It just looks so simple.
That is so disgusting where you have Trevonte with needles covering the entire ground level and then Shaky jumping everywhere with up airs. Like, how do you navigate that situation?
What are you supposed to do?
Like, the thing we see time and time again with these two is the moment they make it to the last stock situation, the game closes very fast, very depressingly. It's just, you're dead now.
It's clean. They're not trying to dance around and do anything too special. They're not streaming in one at a time.
Yeah. We're just literally covering all of your options.
Pretty much done. Sheik. How do you not get grabbed by Sheik? Like, we saw like when Zoom was in that 2v1 earlier, he was doing a really good job of spacing out, not getting grabbed, and they were just kind of streaming in one at a time towards him. But with Trevonte, you can't. How do you?
I mean, well, how do you deal with Ness up air when there's also something else happening at the same time? Like, it's a tough life, man. Oh, and actually, right now, Xzax going for Marth.
Yeah, another interesting switch coming out of the red team. I mean, I think that Marth is better than ZSS in this matchup, but
an unfortunate landing by himself right on top of Shaky's PK Thunder 2, closing out his stock at like 40%. That is, I mean, that's already crippling. That's essentially getting finishing touched. right there. Like, it's the same level of heartbreak where you didn't even need a build limit for it.
Oh my goodness. Try now. Trevonte is just going off. Switches off his combo onto Rice and immediately picks it up where he left off on Xzax. Oh my god, almost getting the jab that was smash.
That was so... I actually really like that.
Wow, really good stuff. Trevonte did just die, but right before, great... he was wall clinging and managed to jump air dodge as Xzax went for an F smash on the ledge there.
And I mean, don't look now, but right now Red Team does have the lead.
Yeah, already. I mean, the Marth definitely does really well against Ness. I think Shaky thinks it's about even, if not slightly, Marth favored.
Yeah.
But it's definitely one of the matchups that I think the character kind of struggles with. And
oh my god!
Rice with a double cape gimp.
That was incredible.
Wow.
Can somebody headshot that, please? Like, I hate it when commentators say, like, oh, can someone headshot that? That was kind of hype. Like, that was elegant edge guarding right there.
Yeah, no, I want to see that again. That was pretty nasty. Oh, and Shaky just... We see the patented Shaky swing. When the going gets rough, Shaky just starts swinging.
And he doesn't swing with his baseball bat, he swings with his head. Starts headbanging, man. He puts on those heavy metal tunes.
Yeah, he really puts his mind to it. Oh, okay. Falling up there is going to go ahead and put it. Xzax not finding these critical landing aerials that he needs to get away from Shaky. And Shaky going to be able to find the backer that he's looking for. Nope. Xzax, pretty smart drift there. Knows what Shaky's trying to find. And, ooh, a Rising Fair not quite going to get the job done.
Oh, the tipper gets interrupted by the down air.
Nice.
But he gets another tipper on Trevonte right there. And honestly, this Marth counter pick, like, when you factor in the fact that he lost his first stock at 40% to PK Thunder 2, like, this Marth counter pick has been paying huge, especially on top of Rice's fantastic edge guard with the double cape. Like, this might be the answer.
Shaky actually is pretty good at 2v1ing. The only thing that holds him back sometimes is he does have a tendency to go for a fairly hard read sometimes, even in the 2v1 situation. Like we saw with the PK Thunder 2 right there. He can sometimes allow himself to be punished fairly free in the 2v1. But a lot of times it's just the opposite, where he can put out so many hitboxes so fast that two people collectively just can't seem to figure out where he's going to be. But right there, Rice just... Man, I want to, good stuff to Xzax's Marth too. Like he held onto his third stock for almost the entire game.
He held onto his stock for a long time, and so many tipper smashes.
Yeah, he was getting the value out of that Marth pick. But I mean, Rice's
edgeguard though, that's the cape to rock this tournament, to turn the tides, to finally let them take their first game against Trevonte and Shaky. That was their 6th time fighting on this tournament.
Jeez, so let's see if that will be the change of momentum necessary to reset this bracket, or to win the next game, and then potentially reset the bracket.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, okay. Xzax seems to have a pretty comfortable position. Just going for this basic space out. Goes for a nair instead of the backer there. Not too sure about that, but Rice getting a confident F smash onto Shaky, trying to continue this edge guard, but Trevonte coming over to help out, and Xzax not really doing too much to interrupt it. And we're seeing right there, as Trevonte becomes less confident in the 1v1 with Xzax, he's just sort of transitioning over to help pressure Rice.
It's finding a method to be productive, right? It's
yeah.
Like, if I can't win this 1v1, then I can at least assist my partner instead.
Ooh, okay. Wow, great stuff right there for Shaky to find that up air.
And that would look like an untechable stage hit. I mean, it wasn't quite a spike, but Xzax still died for it.
Yeah, and Trevonte finding the landing up air, trying to keep some pressure on to allow Shaky to get himself back on stage, but Shaky content to just drift away, hold on that top platform there at 111%, though he's gonna have to be careful.
I mean, Trevonte already died to that up smash.
Yep. And we have a pretty even game right now. 2 low percent players and 2 at about 120 each. 1 on each team. And Rice rather is going to go ahead and take the first stock, giving the red team a stock advantage in this game, and it's going to be evened up immediately.
Nice.
By the respawning. That's a good feeling to hold on your momentum. Kill him before the invincibility even runs out on your respawn.
Oh yeah.
Like, all right. Yeah,
you got no value out of that. We essentially all started this game with 2 stocks.
Yeah, let's just move on. That's season 0.
Season 0.
And so we're kind of splitting up right now. Not a consistent series of 1v1s, but basically going back and forth into the various 1v1 combinations these two can play. We've seen Trevonte versus Xzax, Rice versus Shaky, Shaky versus Xzax. Not as much direct doubles play as we're used to seeing. Although the red team, we see Xzax trying to wait behind right there, doing what we were talking about earlier, applying that pressure through spacing, just hanging back, ready to assist Rice in any kind of situation he may find himself in. And Trevonte waiting for that air dodge, but Xzax going to jump out of the combo, not giving him a free chic up air. And Shaky shifting his pressure onto Rice. Xzax somehow finds himself off stage. I think he was looking for an edge guard on Trevonte there. Green team has center stage, but the up air is just going to take
I mean, it's no
out.
Inferno Shoryuken, but still Shaky takes 3 stocks immediately.
And man, that... See, that's the power. You know, she doesn't do that.
No.
But she sets up Ness to just clean house. My goodness, Ness just pulling the broom right out. And cleaning up, and right now, okay, the Ness combo is going to start, but only a down throw Nair onto Martha. Fairly difficult character to combo, especially at really low percents. If you're not careful, he can escape really easily, potentially even up B out.
Yeah, Dolphin Slash or...
My god.
Wow.
What an upward angled F smash to just...
Anti-air F smash. I mean, you can do it. You got to just know your control stick leanings, but you can do it.
That's
Oh.
one for the books right there.
Okay, great early up B, avoiding the drop zone Trevonte.
Rice coming up with some really inventive stuff, but still unfortunately eating the tail end of that yo-yo, and Shaky's done a pretty good job of just using these quick hits to keep him out of the fight while they focus their 2v1 efforts onto poor Xzax here. But Trevonte is definitely the closest to death in this game right now, though, at 96% on Sheik. But Xzax and Rice both in pretty dangerous positions themselves, and okay, just gonna opt for the F throw, keep it relatively safe. Shaky is trapped in between 2 people. Xzax resetting it for the 2v1, and Shaky has to find his way down right now. Oh, Xzax barely missing the air dodge punish. Does manage to get the read, but it doesn't quite connect. And Shaky,
I mean,
cleanly finds his way back on stage. Oh, not quite. Actually, this is a regrab.
Oh.
Okay, Trevonte, great awareness. If Trevonte had... Wow.
Yeah, immediately the same thing that always happens with Green Team is he runs up, gets the grab to enable that PK Thunder